Hi, I'm Jerry. I'm an amateur welder and metal fabricator, and today I'd like to show you my homemade remote TIG welder amperage controller. This, of course, is for situations where using your foot pedal is not practical. So first, a little bit about how this got started. Several years ago, I had the idea to use one of these to control the machine. This is a thing called a force sensing resistor. The way it works is it's got two leads on it, and the harder you press on it, the lower the resistance between the two leads. So more recently, I had a job to do where I didn't have this, and it would have been really useful. So that provided the emphasis to go ahead and implement the idea. And then once I got it done, I found out what you probably already know, and that's that a product like this already exists. It's called the TIG button. I'm pretty sure there's one of these underneath the button. And if I'd known about it, I probably wouldn't have bothered. I'd have just bought one of those. But that's not the way it happened. So anyway, here I am. Well, while I was building that system, I had another idea, and that's what I call the virtual TIG pedal. So of course I had to build version 2. Version 2 incorporates both methods. You can use either one. And that's the system I'd like to show you today. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the first piece of it. This is the base unit. You can probably already see where this is going. It's got a place to put your pedal from your TIG machine. It's got a servo on top of it with an arm and a ball bearing. And underneath it's got a battery. That's what the blue thing is. It's got a little charging cord coming out of it. And it's got a box with some electronics in it and a fancy front panel. I'll explain what all that does as we go through this. So inside that box, there's a thing called an Arduino microcontroller board, and then there's also a Bluetooth card that hooks up to that. So to get started, we'll take the TIG pedal, put it on the base, and then we'll turn it on. We get a green light, so that part of the system is ready to go. Okay, the second piece of this is this little box here. It's another electronics box. It's got a blue light on the front. It's got a little slide on-off switch and a strap to strap it to your shoe or boot. So inside here, there's another Arduino. It's powered by a 9-volt battery. There's another Bluetooth card, and then there's a thing called an MPU 6050 3-axis accelerometer board. I'm using only one axis of that. Okay, so to get started, we'll set this on the bench and turn it on. The accelerometer board likes to be still while it's initializing, so I set it on the bench to start it up. Turn it on. We'll get a flashing blue light. That indicates that the accelerometer card is initialized, and now we're waiting for the Bluetooth connection. When that happens, we'll get a solid blue light here and one over on the base unit. And there it is. So now the two Arduino boards are talking to each other. Okay, so now you take this, you strap it to your foot, and you get yourself in position, lying on the floor, or hanging in midair, or wherever you are where you can't get to the foot pedal, and you get yourself positioned to weld. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tap your foot 2 times. Then you're going to hear a beep, and then you're going to hold your foot in one spot for 1 second, and that's going to establish an initial position of the box. Then you'll hear another beep, and then you'll be ready to weld. So let's try it out. So here we're going to tap our toe 2 times. There's the single beep. Hold still for a second. There's the second beep. Now you're ready to go. So now as you move your foot, the foot pedal moves with you. So you can do your weld. When you're done, come up to the off position, wait 1 second. You hear the double beep. That means it's system's turned off. It's cold, so now you can move around and get ready for your next weld. So I accidentally triggered it there. It thought I did 2 beeps, or it thought I did 2 taps. So I just didn't hold still for the initial position, and the system timed out. I got 2 beeps indicating that the system turned back off. Okay, so let's do it one more time, and I want to show you this. This is the potentiometer on the control box, and what that is the sensitivity. So I'm going to do 2 toe taps. wait a second, establish my initial position. Now I'm ready to weld. So right now, with the potentiometer in the middle position, we're at sort of mid-range on the sensitivity. So for every degree that you move your foot, the servo arm moves about 1 degree. If we go to the left, that's low sensitivity. So now to get 1 degree of servo movement, you have to move your foot 2 degrees. And then of course the opposite would be over here. And now it's about 2 to 1 the other way. If you move 1 degree of your foot, gives you about 2 degrees of the servo arm. In the middle seems about right, 1 to 1. So then, of course, when you're done welding again, you come up to 0, wait a second, and you get 2 beeps and the system turns off. Okay, so that's the virtual TIG pedal. So next I'd like to talk a little bit about some other items on the control panel. I'm going to turn the virtual pedal off, set it aside. It'll take a while, but eventually the 2 boxes will figure out they're not talking to each other and the blue light goes out. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to show you is the setup mode. And what that is for is to define the up and down positions of the pedal to the unit. So to enter the setup mode, I'm going to turn the system off. I'm going to push this button, and then while I'm holding the button down, I'm going to turn it back on. Then I'm going to let go of the button, and now I have an amber light. So that tells me we're in the setup mode. In the setup mode, you have direct control of the servo with the potentiometer. So right now with the amber light, the system is wanting to learn what the up position of the foot pedal is. So I'm going to set the servo where the ball bearing is just almost touching the pedal. Then I'm going to push the button again. Now we get a white light. System's now looking for the fully deflected position. So I'm going to again use the potentiometer to move the servo all the way down. So there's pedal all the way down. Now I'm going to push the button again. Goes back to a green light, and the system has now learned the full range of travel of the foot pedal. Okay, so that's the setup mode. The only thing left to show you is the original idea, which is using the force sensing resistor to control this. So we have here a little lead coming out of the control box. I have a 12-foot extension cord to run this, but for demonstration purposes, we'll just plug the force sensor right in here. So we just plug that in. And as long as the Bluetooth is not connected, that Arduino is looking here for what to do with the foot pedal. So now, if I squeeze on this, I can actuate the pedal. And in this mode, we still have sensitivity control. It works a little bit differently. If you go all the way down, it takes a lot of force to get the pedal to move. In fact, I can't really get it to go all the way down. If you go all the way to the right, if you just barely touch it, it goes all the way down. In fact, it's pretty much just on-off. Somewhere in the middle seems to work pretty well. You got a pretty good control over it with your hand. Okay, so rather than build a button and mount this on my torch permanently, I went a little different direction, sort of the simple home-built direction. I just take the force sensing resistor, and you may notice again it's got a little piece of rubber glued to it. What that does is spreads the load out over the whole resistor. That makes it a little bit more predictable. So what I do is I take this thing and I just tape it to my thumb like that. And I put the whole thing inside my glove. Okay, so now when I grab my TIG torch, that force sensing resistor is right there between my thumb and the torch. And the harder I squeeze the torch, the more pedal deflection I get. And the advantage of this is it doesn't matter how I hold the torch. I can be welding like this, or I can turn it around and weld like this, it doesn't really matter. The resistor stays right there between my thumb and the torch. Okay, so that's my homemade TIG remote amperage controller. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, I tend to hang out at the Practical Machinist Forum some. I don't contribute too often, but I check it fairly often. If you have questions, you can probably find me on there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.